It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. Alright, it's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot. Ooh, taking it back to the beginning. This is the anniversary to our second episode, actually. When we didn't even have a song. Back when you was playing Earth is Ghetto.
Oh, yeah, remember?
Yeah. Then we didn't even have a song at that point. Everyone share the love, share the live. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Lady Luck, Babs Bunny, Miss Lissa. You already know the vibes. Let everyone know it's time for your favorite show. Share the love, share the live. Shout out to Lucky Crown, Lucky Sound, Lucky CBDs. And Lucky looks like she's in a fabulous resort. Where you at?
I'm at shout out Queen Donna Lee. You know, we packing up, so I'm over here at her spot. She still got the Wi-Fi popping.
Heard
you know.
you.
So shout out
everyone.
Shout
out to Miss Donna Lee. Send Miss Donna Lee some love. And we waiting for the bacon. In the meantime, in between time, make sure you are following the BEC Show on Instagram. You can also make sure you are following Miss Lissa and Lady Luck if you are not following right now. Also, if you're following Babs Bunny, let her know that we are on. Shout out to Starter, Tex Watts for, I'm not even a New York Giants fan, but we from New York, and this is the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, New York's favorite daytime talk show.
Let me shout out Nick at Night, Beast on the Beach in the building, Social Stacks in the building, Overflow it up. Dr. Lycan bought a badge, so appreciate that. Of course, Sure Sexy buys badges all the time. I'm excited about the Mets. Now, I don't even watch baseball, but the Mets are really good right now, and shout out to them.
Because I'm supposed to be a Mets fan too, so shout out to the Mets. Growing up, whatever my brother was, I was. So he liked the Cowboys, so I love the Dallas Cowboys. He loved the Mets, I like the Mets.
You like the Chicago Bulls, I like the Chicago
No,
Bulls.
that's a fact, because I just wanted to be just like I was a tomboy growing up, and so I played football. I love hip hop, and I love the kind of hip hop that I love because of my older brother. Like I love Wu-Tang, Onyx, like everything, Grave Diggers, you already know, like all the good shit, Redman. So Lady Luck, everybody. He put me on to, just Def Jam. He had me getting Source magazine at 9 years old. I would save my little bit of money to get Source magazine because my brother wouldn't share his Source magazine with me.
How you gonna name all these old school artists? You like Lady Luck?
But even though you was out young, that's not. It's like Bow Wow. It's like naming Bow Wow. Bow Wow is a legend, and just because he's in his 30s, he still deserves his flowers. And that's people's problem. So I feel like everyone, we need to embrace who we are. I mean, I didn't say your age, but you've been out for a long time. So yes, I was put on to you by my brother at a young age.
Can I tell you something today on 420? Let me tell you about, because today is the smokers holiday. Let me tell you about somebody who was smoking. So I was in Vegas one time at one of these casinos. I had my camcorder. I was so upset I lost it. But you remember I Get Around, right? So it was Tupac, it was Shot G, and it was the other guy. Sister and your cousin thought it wasn't. The Weekend was made at Bigelow's. That guy, right? That song came out when I was young. So I ran into him in the casino. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? Lady Luck, man. He said, old school rapper Lady Luck? I said, I know you're not talking. You was popping when I was in 3rd grade. But it just go to show, you know what I mean? Like, you just never know, man. That shit was funny to me. So shout out Tupac. Shout out Shot J, rest in peace to both of them. And
shout out to all the legends in the building, those who have been guests on the show, those who popped up in the comment section, those who, just watch the show. We definitely want to show our love and our support to the legendary artists. Like I said, I grew up listening to hip hop. I feel like I grew up with hip hop. So for me,
what?
I feel like you have to acknowledge, and it's not about old school, new school.
What is your problem?
Hi.
Hey, yo, they still messing with me, B. Shit crazy.
Who messing with you?
I'm here. Hi, everybody.
You look good.
Happy 420.
Happy 420, everyone. For everyone that's not celebrating 420, it's also Earth Day. So, go water a plant, go hug a tree. Happy Earth Day.
Gotta roll something up.
This was actually my due date when I was pregnant with my daughter. So shout out to my daughter, Brielle. Tomorrow is her birthday. If you want to give Brielle a gift, just, cash at me, $ pay Miss Lissa, MISSLISSA. You heard?
Can I get Jay Phunkedelik to come up here and give us some 420 bars?
Whatever you like. It's a 420 show.
Yo, Jay Phunkedelik, where you at? Yo, Jay Phunkedelik, request to come into the room, man. Let's get some Jay Phunkedelik. Yo, he down on me. I don't know if we was in the subway. I don't remember where I was at, but I know what's going on, Papi Storz. Yeah, let's get some bars. Somebody come up here and spit a 16. If you're trying to spit a 16 or you're trying to spit a 20 on 420, request, throw that in that request box. Let's get some bars on here right quick. What's up,
before we bring them up, let's also acknowledge Roger Pooh Clark of High Five, who passed away.
My bad.
Yo, what up, ladies?
Hello.
My ladies in the house.
Yo,
Hey.
Welcome.
Jay Phunkedelik, let me get some bars today for 420.
You want the bars, never have scars on the face. I got a gun, never shoot up the place. Welcome me back, but don't call me Mace, because your mom was a terrible thing to waste. I spit lyrics 3 o'clock in the morning when my mom got on my case. Always want to run to that surf shit like I'm getting the gas face. I'm not a rap nitwit. When I rap in them, I got force spit. About to make a bass hit, keep my party lit and legit. I get mail like Miracle Whip, naked if I skinny dip. I move them hips like I lick my lips. I do it well if I'm rocking bells. I have girls up headed to Carvel, the Baskin Robbins. I'm dogging Alpo. Never that Rock Wallace stuff. Really rough and rugged. Eat rappers up like a nugget, the chicken butt kicking, ass whipping, Hennessy sipping. Don't have to mess up. Had a stutter. I make it with the butter. Word to mother. I'm serious. Because I smoke mother rappers up like angel dust. I can't even curse. Like parental advisory. I put whack rappers out my goddamn misery. I rep that old school. I go in the lab like Pro Tools. I never get drunk if I'm sipping a bottle of old duels. My rhymes are like the new, even like the new school, like Busta Rhymes, Dinko D, and maybe Milo. What's up?
You say you wanted 20, you gotta let him giving us 2020. You heard?
I keep going. I keep my rhymes flowing. I go out house on my mom's even knowing.
He giving us 420s, you heard?
He gave
420s and plenty of your wants. I smoke rappers up like the Philly blunt.
Okay, yes. Shout out to Jay Phunkedelik. He freestyles forever. He ran down on me. I think we was in the train or me and my homegirl somewhere. Yo, lady luck. It just started going in. So shout out Jay Phunkedelik.
So he did a great job. Everybody share the love. Share the live. It's 420. And don't forget to follow the BEC Show on Instagram. Hello.
Hold up. He can't. Wait. Hold up. Babston. Let me get rid of that, and then let's do it again.
Lucky, what's up, baby?
What's going on? Papi Storz, one of the nicest rappers I know. Talk to me, brother. How you doing on 420? You still in bed, man?
I just got back in the house. I took my mother out for breakfast.
You look tucked in. You don't look like you went nowhere. You look like you are tucked in.
Word. Nah, it was my mother's birthday, so I took her out for breakfast. I just got back in.
You got some bars? Because you.
Hi, welcome to the show.
I can't.
We don't know him.
I can't see them.
I don't know him. Hello.
Hey.
Other people sitting here.
I don't know. You ain't gonna sit up in the
camera.
No, I'm gonna spit. I got you. I'm so nice. I could just relax and spit. Trust me. You know what I'm about.
Come on, then, man, because you laid in the bed.
All right, I'm about to go. Stop talking, girl. Say that. All right, here we go. I said, hey, yo, hip hop, I'm here to revive the feeling. Ain't cop a house yet. In other words, I'm still in the building. Jersey, my state. Orange, my city. Where I go, they go. The hood come with me. It can't be a cipher without me in it. I'm well known. Y'all buzz is slightly timid. Rigged to lose and still be winning. You could blackball me from the game. I bet I still be dribbling. No one can ever hold me back. I'm hip hop. I subway graffiti tracks. Yeah. And that's just my train of thought. Hip hop ain't dead, nah, I'm his life support. I'm here now. These new dudes is all done. Ask Mello, even Lynn had a short run. You a lemon in a race with a Porsche done. I'm a veteran, you're new to the war, son. Screw 5 mics, cause all I need is one. I hear a lot of rappers, but MCs none. Bars on deck, I kill beats for fun. I murdered this on cam like Bruce Lee's son. So watch your mouth when you speak to a boss. Mean 16s, watch your mouth when you speak to a boss. Jesus Christ, I'm the wrong one to cross. Mean 16s, light 24s. I still go harder than you soft niggas. Pause. Jersey.
All right. Thank you, Papi Storz. Thank you for spitting 20 on 420. Make sure y'all follow Papi Pastorz. Jersey in the building. Thank you, Storz.
Thank you. Peace.
You laying in the bed.
Yo, if you come up on here to spit, you gotta cam up. I don't care if you in the dark, cut your light on. If the light is off, get him out of here, Luck. He was
it's
dope.
not. You got the Biggie hypnotized. Versace's on.
I went like this, and I still couldn't see that nigga. At the end of the day, cut the lights on. You know what I'm talking about?
Can't you see?
And you get extra credit if you actually rap about 420 type of topics.
Can we give away some gifts?
Can
we give away a gift to something?
I'm buying somebody some bud today. It might not be a lot of bud, but I will get you some bud. Now, you got to come up here and spit some fire shit, and then I'm going to cash app you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're on the show, and you heard Babs Bunny. She said on 420 she ain't giving out no money. She's giving out some bud. Okay. Welcome to the show. Where you calling from?
What's going on? Babs, what he's doing?
What's good?
Hello.
What's good?
Illville, you got bad service, bro. You gotta call us back.
Yeah, you got to come back.
He got bad service and good manners. Shout out to him. He knows how to approach a show.
On here saying, what's up, ladies? 420, I'm trying to win. What's up, baby? Bad Bunny Wi-Fi still be going crazy. Spoke to Instagram yesterday. They don't hate me. I said my views ain't what it's supposed to do. Y'all trying to play me. And no, that's not how it go. They said, no, that's not how it go, lady. All right. We're going to bring Babs back. Are you celebrating 420 today, Miss Lissa?
Nope. I'm celebrating 421, which is my daughter's birthday. So I'm just prepping for that, getting ready to, have a dinner for her tomorrow at a hibachi spot. And then on Saturday, we're having a roller skating party, which I feel like God got me prepared for the other day. So I'm going to be skating and I'm going to have on like skate attire. Like we're going real 70s on them, even though she was born in the 2000s.
So if you come up here real quick, if you come up here with some fire 420 bars, I'm going to cash app you so you could go buy some bud and then hit me on the Instagram FaceTime and we're going to smoke together. How about that? So,
it's a virtual cipher.
Yeah.
You calling from?
Yes.
What country you calling from?
How are you?
What's up, guys?
Happy 420. Where your bud at? You got that bud?
It's illegal over
there. They smoking that.
Do you have a hookup on bundles?
Here she go. They got that hashish over there.
Baby. Before we go into another potential talent, let's go into a couple of topics because we do have some things going on and we want to get the ladies' opinions because that's what the people love on Bacon, Egg, and Cheese, aside from the talent show, which we're going to have more installed. So get Lady Litt's attention by letting her know that you are talented so she doesn't pull up any more terrorists. Not just like now.
Yo,
there was
listen to
a
me what happened.
video. Speaking of terrorists, we never talk about our local terrorists, which are also known to some as police officers. So in this video, we're going to witness some police officers assaulting a young child because he allegedly stole a bag of potato chips. Let's take a look.
Yo, like, run through some topics right quick. Overflow.
What are y'all doing?
What y'all doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Hey, you're like a baby to me. Why you?
That's what I'm doing.
I don't know what you doing. I just think you snatch him up off the. So what? So what's going on then?
You're stealing stuff. If you break into your house and steal something.
Nah, man. What you saying, a bag of shit? So y'all treat me like a whole cold-blooded fucking killer?
Keep walking, dude. You don't even know what you're
Keep
talking
walking. I do that. I know what I just came up and see. I know the fuck I just came up and see.
Okay, what'd you see?
I see y'all snatching him up the back like he a fucking grown-ass man. Ain't he saying it wasn't him? Fuck is y'all doing?
Crazy.
Okay, it's a lot more explicit language for another 20 seconds. The little boy from the end of the video, we don't know how it ended up, but how do you guys feel about our local terrorists, and what do you feel like we can do on this platform to, you know, try to encourage some change?
Hi. I have an 8-year-old son, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. I need the whole story. Cause this clip right here, I need a whole story, because now I don't know who owns the store, why they called the cops, if these kids been in there before fucking with them. I don't know. I'm gonna say one thing. You got some badass kids out here. And at the end of the day, I don't think that he was arrested. I don't. I pray that this really scared him, and that later on in life we won't see him in actual handcuffs. I'm wondering where's his mother, because at 8 years old, my son is not going to the store by himself. Okay? And so at the end of the day, that's who I feel should have been in the cop car, is the parents, because I'm like, where are the parents? This is a little kid. My son can't go to the store by himself at 8 years old. I don't even let my son play in the backyard by himself for more than like 5 minutes. Like, I'm out there with him. I don't know what's going to happen, if he's going to try to climb a tree, climb the building, anything. You got to keep your eyes out on your kids. And there's a lot of badass kids out here that need to be scared. I think that people overlooking this because the officers were white. I think that's what they overlooking. But I don't know the backstory. I don't know if they stole from that store before. I don't know. You know what I mean?
In the comments, they saying he wasn't handcuffed, and they saying that they took the child to his mother. And again, you don't know if this child is known to the police department, you know, because there are a lot of kids, you know, we'll call them terrorists, but I'll say there's a lot of terroristic kids out here too, you know. So I agree with Babs. I would love to know the whole story. I know that's, you know, with the climate that our country is in, anytime that you see you know, people of a different race, things go down, we just ready to react and shoot from the hip. But I will say that I totally agree with Babs. I would love to know the whole story. And if he stole some,
he's so young though. Like, I do understand what y'all saying, but they saying that he just snatched him off a bike.
Listen to me. Now, I'm not saying what they did was correct. But I know that the kids nowadays is out of control. I know there's lack of parents at home. I know there's lack of guidance at home. I know that my sister just took my nephew out of school because of how these kids react. You know, my nephew came home with 8 stitches. My sister called the police. These kids have to be reprimanded. You get what I'm saying? And it's like the police officers just happen to be white that come to the school. Now, if we just caught them at the end and they take these little kids out in cuffs, what did they do? My nephew got 8 stitches on his face. So I'm not saying that these things is absolutely correct. I'm just saying that these kids nowadays, they out of control. So
I don't agree. I don't disagree with like him being handled a certain way if he was stealing, right? But it's the extra aggression for me, right? He's clearly not even close to their size. He's outnumbered. It's like y'all could have scared him straight without having to like do all of the extra antics. No, like what happened to like, you know?
But he wasn't calm. And at the end of the day, it wasn't a bunch of officers. They didn't slam him. They didn't even handcuff him. He's sitting there, after you stole the chips. This is my thing. More black people, all you people that got an issue with these white cops, y'all need to start going applying to be for cops so we could be policing our own neighborhood.
That's true.
At the end of the day, I'm like, for me, I don't know nobody who's saying I want to be a cop. Like, I want to be a cop. And at the end of the day, if more of us went and applied to be police officers instead of correction officers, okay, then maybe we could be policing our own neighborhoods. And so we got to stop complaining and get into the system. This is the only way that we're going to be able to stop the stuff that we don't like, is to get into these positions and stop complaining, because nobody's applying to be a cop. Why are these cops in this neighborhood anyway? If you feel away, which I have felt the way if it was a black officer that did this to this little boy, I wouldn't have felt that way.
Like I said, for me, it's an extra aggression, because I feel like back in the day, or maybe it's just an idea that I've created in my mind, but I feel like cops police differently, where they were a certain level of respect for the people, and the people also respected the officers. So it was more of a guidance that they were given to children, like where you knew, like, yo, y'all stop playing over there, get home. Like, but I also feel like it was more communal, where the people also cared more for the children. It wasn't just everybody like, your kid is your kid. It was more communal care, and I don't feel like the cops were so crazy. Like, maybe, like I said, maybe I'm just creating this in my head. Maybe it's a movie I saw, but I didn't feel like it was so much like this. Like, you know.
Well, listen, the whole system is fractured to me. For one, I think that we need to start an outreach movement. On my way to my mother's house, I kid you not, there's one melanated brother in the street talking to somebody in the car, and they holding up traffic. And when you look to the left, I'm not exaggerating, there's 8 to 12 brothers in their 20s standing outside of the corner store. And I'm looking over there, and at the same time, I signed a contract today with Afro so that we could do outreach with different people with this trucking industry. We have a lack of people with their CDLs. We have a lack of people in these industries where they can make money. But instead, these brothers is all out here outside of the corner store that sell 25-cent chips and things of that nature. But the whole system is fractured, because there's neighborhoods like Inglewood, New Jersey, who's not hiring black police officers and black firefighters. But at the same time, y'all go check the post on my page. It's a whole system that needs to be taken care of. But bottom line, start at home with your kids. And it's all on us as a community to raise our children. And how they said it takes a village to raise a child. So the kid, he probably won't be stealing anymore, or the person who did steal, hopefully, he said it wasn't him, it was somebody else. He doesn't hang with that crowd anymore. It's an unfortunate situation for us to, have to interact with the police, especially at that young age. But I just pray that change comes from this situation that happens, especially because it went viral. But
and where's the mother? Right. 8 years old. Why they took him to his mother and then did what? Because did he run away from home? Did she not know where he was at? Like, what's happening here? My son is 8 years old, B, and there's no way in the world somebody gonna call me and tell me he was trying to steal a bag of Doritos, because he ain't gonna be there.
Yeah,
I'm right there with him.
My sister won't even let my nephews go to the corner store, the 7-Eleven right up the street.
No, that's true.
So it all starts at home. She don't even give them an opportunity to steal any chips. I'm picking you up from school. I'm dropping you off.
I think that, it's also a different time, because when I was younger, right, I started going to school by myself at 9 years old because I needed to. I was missing so much school because my mom was doing whatever, my dad was doing whatever. I was missing school. So I had to sit my mom down and say, hey, I feel like, because my school was not that far, I was like, I feel like I could do it. I don't want to miss so much school. So I started going at a young age. And then I had a friend who also 9, 10 years old, her mother worked. So all the way from Queens, her mother would ride the train with her. But then at a certain point, she got off the train and my friend would go to school by herself. And I only learned this because she had a sleepover. So when we went to school together, I'm like, where your mother going? She leaving. We got to go to school. I was like, what? And then after that, like, that's when I had the conversation with my mom. Like, yo, I want to do, I could cross the street by myself because I rode the train by myself. So I also feel like, but now my daughter's going to be 13. She's never went to never rode the train by herself. I go with her to the park, like, I'm so nervous now. I feel like these times are so much more dangerous.
It's a different
so
time.
much more dangerous.
I went to school by myself at a young age. I went to school like 4 blocks from my house.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 block I walk up, and my friend Jasmine and Giovanna and Desiree, they lived right in the next building, and then we all get together and we walk to school together. And like, yo, it was a different time, and yes, things was going on, but and that was in the middle of the crack era too.
Baby,
crazy about it. We in the middle of, my homegirl said to me, she said, bitch, we grew up in the wire and we didn't even know it. Like,
but here's the thing. Let me, you know, and a lot of people don't take this seriously, right? In the crack era, though, when people were at the height of doing drugs, the music was not glorifying crack and violence. You understand what I'm saying? The music wasn't fueling people to do what they doing nowadays. Nowadays, I was talking to my friend yesterday. She's a school teacher, and she's talking about how that Cardi B just did a song with some real live gangbangers in her neighborhood. And she's upset because she's like, yo, only the streets knew about these kids, only Instagram, and you gave them a platform which gives them more room to do these violent things, and these people are promoting violence. One of her students, one of the teachers sent her a video of the kids outside doing all the violent stuff. She looked it up, and one of her students is in jail for murder because he was a part of one of these gangs. And you know, like, I don't want Instagram to be shutting us down, but it's like Capitol Records it has money invested in private jails.
Mm-hmm.
Record labels who get the biggest life insurance policy on these kids. They put these kids out. They make these kids do this violent music that they admitting to crimes that they've done. They're influencing other kids to do these crimes, and then it just trickles and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. So like, a lot of these artists and a lot of these record labels don't even understand that you got violence on your hands. So how does that tie into what we're talking about? I know that when I was in the streets and I was going to do armed robberies that I went to jail for, I know that I used to play, even though what we do is wrong. You know, I know that when I was in the car, we had a soundtrack to go amp us up to do things that we had no business doing. And you had to select those songs. Nowadays, you just got to turn on the radio. You just got to put on a certain streaming network. And nowadays, all the stuff does is influence these children. So I would say to y'all to please watch what your children is listening to. Please, you know, we live in such a terrible time right now, man. I'm just praying.
Yes, stop shooting, start living. Shout out to my homegirl, So Got Stacks. That's you know, a part of a movement in the Bronx. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of shooting that's going on all across the country. But you know, she's from the Bronx. She's representing the Bronx, and I think this goes to say everywhere: stop shooting, start living. And you know, I know what it feels like to be young and dumb, because I was young and girl, I was dumb. And you know, you get older and you look at life differently and you start to appreciate life. And so I could go back and listen to some of my old music and I start to cringe. Like, I had a record called Erda, you know, but at the M is my hobby. That was the name of my record. Like, what? I listen and I'm like cringing, like, oh my God. But you know, that's the world that I was living in. And at the end of the day, we get older, we appreciate life, and we know how important it is. And now we see kids that was our age and we looking at them and we just like, wow, I'm scared. I'm scared for my son. He's 8, but I'm so scared for him. And at the end of the day, all we could do is do the best that we can, but we got to talk to these youth. We got to let them know that their life is worth something. It is. They
Yep.
walking around here saying that they don't care, because I used to say that. That was my favorite thing to say. I don't care. I don't care. I just did a record called I Don't Care. But yeah. But stop shooting and start living. Your life is valuable. Your parents love you. People love you.
Yo, last weekend, I think we talked about it last weekend, that there was just so many shootings, and one of them was at a house party. Somebody had rented out an Airbnb out in Pittsburgh, and it was over 50 shots just at this one particular place, and these is all high school kids, and 2 17-year-olds lost their life. So I can't remember anything like that at a house party when I was younger. The most it was a fist fight. Now everybody's pulling out guns, so it's like I can't make that music anymore. You know, I like I said, I went to jail. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, you know, because I was doing armed robberies. Took my ass to jail. And one lady in there, she asked me, she said, "Can you rap for me?" And I'm rapping about guns and drugs and head and jewelry and all this stuff. And she said, "What about the kids?" I said, "What you mean? That's the parents' responsibility. I'm spitting what the people want to hear." But then later on that night, when I'm on the bunk, I realized if she in here with me, who talking to her kids? It's the people who are influencing them in entertainment. So that's when I started to change my subject matter. And then at the age that I'm at now, when I've lost so many people to violence and gang violence and drugs and things of that nature, overdosing, I can't rap about the same thing anymore because I know better now. And of course, it's a blessing to even be able to get to the point where you've outlived all of those things and you get the change. Because there's people out here who are caught up in these stuff and they lose their lives and they didn't get a chance to rectify that. They didn't get a chance to make amends. They didn't get a chance to change their ways. So it's just a blessing to live through the mistakes that we've made.
It
Speaking
is.
of
It's a
living
blessing
through
to
the
be
mistakes
here.
that you
Real
made.
quick, listen, let me say this real quick. It's a blessing to be here. Shout out to all the aunties. And we aunties now. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I felt the way when people started calling me Miss. I be in the store. They like, "Oh, here, Miss," and I'm like, I want to be like, "Miss, bitch, I look younger than you. Fuck is you talking about?" Like, and you know, at the end of the day, I've been Miss. Listen, I'm happy to be here. And at the end of the day, shout out to us that made it out, and that's still here, that's got our freedom, because there's a lot of people living, but they behind them bars. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending money all the time. I'm tired of sending money.
Yo, I'm in the store. It's like everybody sent the email. At one day, everybody started calling me ma'am. So I'm in Walmart, right? And the lady, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Ma'am?" She said, "I don't know, sir." Yo, I was crying, man. Speaking
of crying, a little boy was crying to his mom because his teacher, well, he wasn't crying initially. The mom is crying. She's crying out because her son went to school with an Afro, but came home with a haircut, and his teacher assisted him with the cut. We're going to go to the video, and then we're going to go to the ladies for their commentary.
School day last week. WCCO's Rex Chapman spoke with the child's parents.
Because he is only 12, we are protecting his identity. One thing for sure, he was proud of the afro he was growing.
It was actually growing pretty well, actually. He was thinking about all kind of styles he wanted to do with it.
That's why his parents were shocked when he came home from school last Monday.
He was like, "Are you guys going to be mad?" We're like, "What? For what?" He was like, he pulls off his head and goes, "My teacher and he cut my hair."
Tadal McReynolds says when she asked him why, he told her.
Just let me know that he had a breakdown. I was just really angry. I didn't like my lining, and I was just mad, and I just started cutting. Okay, and the teacher, while my head was down, the teacher come over and she tell me, let me fix it for you.
She says she is angry that no one called her or her wife when her son had a breakdown.
What made her think that this was okay?
Yes.
Why wouldn't?
The video is almost 3 minutes. So we're going to go to the ladies for commentary. So you heard it right. The boy was cutting his own hair. He was going through his own mental anguish. He did not like his lineup. They clearly pushed his hairline back. He wanted to fix it. His teacher saw it happening. She remembered how to make a mohawk. So she shaved off the sides, gave him a little top, and sent him home. How would you have felt, Babs, being a mother of an 8-year-old son? And then we're going to go to Lady Luck, who also has nephews.
I think that we got to start looking at things and looking at these people as individuals. Clearly, I don't know if it's true, but I don't know if this little boy is in special ed, if he got some type of issues because you're in school, just cutting off your hair, talking about you're mad. And so when you're dealing with children like that as teachers, you know, you're trying to figure things out. It's a little bit different when you're a teacher of a child with special needs. But I do feel like they should have called his mother. I do feel that way. I don't think that the teacher should have cut the kid here, but I do feel like, you know, she was trying to help, and she should have just called. They should have just called, because, like, you know, when you're dealing with these kids with these special needs, all kinds of weird shit happens. And at the end of the day, you listen, kids is at home cutting they hair. So, like I said, the fact that he did it in school leads me to believe that he got some type of issues. And maybe the teacher should have just called, but I don't think it was done maliciously. No.
It ain't look that bad. What about you, Luck?
I feel as though, like, my nephews, they all are outgrowing their hair, and they all have long hair, you know, because they want to do certain mohawks and things of that nature. I definitely think it's a situation where the parents should have been contacted. You know, I would try to stop him and ask him what's going on. Maybe they need to go see. Yo, where you going? All right.
You're doing construction.
No, I feel like they should have contacted the parents and let them know what's going on. He shouldn't have been able to go home and explain that to his parents. And then, you don't know what issues he has with parents of the same sex. You know what I mean? That could be something that's going on too. It's a lot that's going on internally with these children. So I would definitely say, like, case by case. I wouldn't make everything about race.
I think that the fact that he came home and said to his mothers, I hope you're not going to be mad, means that he didn't dislike it. Like, he was just like, I hope you're not going to be upset. So I just feel like this is where it starts to be really tricky with letting kids make decisions, because it's like, now his parents want to sue for him cutting his own hair and getting a little bit of assistance, but we now allow children to decide that they don't want to be boys or girls. He decided he didn't want an afro anymore. So even though he walked into school and loved this afro, by 3:27, he was like, oh shit, I don't like the line. I want to fix it. And he started changing his hair. So how come that's okay?
Stacked up too. So I don't know what he was thinking. He should.
So it's like, how come if he liked the afro, but then he changed his mind? Okay, he changed his mind. So now, is his mom right in trying to sue the school? Because it's not like the teacher said, I don't like your afro, and started cutting. She said, no, you're doing it wrong. Let me help you. If you're going to do it, let me help you.
Babs, you might have to update your app.
Nah, I'm going to tell you what it is.
After the show?
After the show.
Okay.
You know.
I was like, is this a bunny tail? But Babs, did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you.
How do you feel about that? Because if kids can decide whether they want to be male or female, when he came home, he wasn't upset about his haircut. It'd be different if he was crying and said, Mom, like, this happened to my hair. He just said, hey, I hope you're not going to be mad.
I think that's a reach, Lissa. I mean, kids deciding if they want to be male or female. Ain't no teacher in there changing a guy into a girl. I think that's
she could give you some doctor help, or she could help tell you where to Google. She could assist you. All I'm saying is, if you can decide on your gender, which is so broad, that's different. How come you can't decide you don't want an afro anymore without your mom wanting to sue the school? He didn't want an afro anymore. He didn't want it.
Listen, I just feel like the teacher should have made the call, like, yo, he's in here. I'm pretty sure maybe he had other problems. I don't know if they had to make them calls before, but I just would like for the teacher to call me and tell me that my son is having a breakdown. That's what that's about. He's having a breakdown and he's in here cutting his hair. Like,
no, I agree with you.
So I could deal with that after the fact. Maybe she could have been like, do you want me to help him? I could try to fix it. I'd have been like, all right, bitch, to fix the shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
right.
Just call me. That's what I'm asking for. A call.
That's fact. What happened to the blue card that the schools used to have? That blue card, emergency contact card. Okay, thank you. That was quick. How you realized that was a no-go?
Yeah, I don't want to fight, because listen, my son, if he'll fall in school, and they'll call me and be like, listen, if he has to go to the nurse's office, they're calling. Like, look, it could be the littlest thing. Just got to let you know, they do send a little slip home to let me know what was going on, because at the end of the day, they got to cover their ass too. And that's what she should have did. If I was the school, I would be tight, because now we got a lawsuit on our hand. All it took was you to make a call.
That's true.
That's it. Make a call.
Now, speaking of making a call, a mother said she took her own judgment call and decided to take her son's father off child support because she said it was causing too much mental anguish, confusion. I don't know. Let her tell you what it was.
Girl.
So I decided to take my son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting. So I decided to take my son's father off.
Now, I am definitely an advocate for co-parenting, so I do understand where she's coming from, but I want to go to you ladies first. Bunny,
they fucking. They are fucking. Okay? And that's what it boils down to. She still wants the D. Okay? And at the end of the day, she took his ass off of child support and she helped him out, and she should have ended it with, hopefully we could be together and be a family again. Okay? Because that's what that shit sound like to me.
What?
Now, if you friends, they could be friends. And it's one thing to help him with the CDL, but to take him off of child support, nah, B. That's nah. They fucking B. They fucking.
I'm gonna go to you, Luck, because I do feel differently. Luck, how do you feel?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to add y'all in the queue. I mean, it is a lot of y'all in there. Instagram is not letting me add anybody. I apologize. I'm gonna keep trying. There's so many men who are being forced to be on child support. I know men out there who didn't want children, and now the lady still had the baby and still want to do child support. I think she's a real one. I think that, she said, let me help you help us. And I think that we're missing that in our community right now. I think we're missing teamwork in our community. My apologies. I feel like we're missing teamwork in our community right now because we have to build. So if this lady is willing to build, because she already saw my sister in the building, she already is seeing that there's something going on and he's paying child support. Obviously, they have a relationship where they could be able to speak and things of that nature. If she's trying to help him and in the long run, he makes more money and be able to help their child even more, I respect her for that, because some people can't even get to the point where they're at right now. Now, I can see if they like, I'm taking him off child support and didn't really have a valid reason to do it, then fine. But us building together as a community, there's nothing wrong with that. And my hat off to her, and I salute her.
I definitely agree. I don't think that they're fucking, and I want to make sure that I stress that because I am an advocate for co-parenting. I'm even working on a co-parenting book because I feel like whether you're together or not, that's very important. I've never put my daughter's father on child support, right? Because I always feel like when I need something, when we need to do something, I could call him, we're going to get it done. Like, I don't need to force you to take care of our daughter, right? And if you're going to fall short, don't worry. I feel like I'm not doing that. I feel like we've never, even when we thought we had to go to court, there was one time when he was playing with my time, not even my money. If you tell me you're going to be here at a certain time and you keep playing with my time, you 3 hours, 4 hours late, I told him, stop playing with my time. If you want to see Brielle, take me to court. And he did. And when we got to court, and the only reason why I knew he was taking me to court was because I was about to take him to court. And when we got to court, they told us, they like, y'all don't even need this. Y'all just need mediation. And he and I came to terms of what works for us, and that's what works for us. Even tomorrow is our daughter's birthday, and we're doing a party. He has a new relationship. She'll be in the building. The babies will be in the building. We're one big unit. Speaking of unit, welcome to the unit. Introduce yourself for the people that don't know you. It's everyone's favorite doctor. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Dre, Dr. J. No.
All right, the Wi-Fi's messed up, Luck.
All right, Doc. I tried, Doc. I tried 5, 4.
We tried this, but yeah, I don't think that they're having sex baths. I feel like it is possible to really not want to be, you know, together and still have a co-parenting
I
relationship
mean,
that's not normal to everyone
why was
else.
he on child support in the first place? That's what I'm saying. So I don't know the backstory. I don't know the backstory, but sounds like the fucking is going on to me. That's all I'm saying. Now
In
I
my
don't
anointed
care.
imagination, right? In
Yeah,
my anointed imagination.
I help you get a CDL. You could come, you know, you could come to my events and sell dinners. You could work the door. You get some money. And listen, I'll pay you to work for me. But what I'm not gonna do. What
if he's not fucked up, right? What if it's this? What if he works really hard and child support takes a lot of the money before the taxes? So maybe after the tax. But what if he's not late? He's not late. He's paying the money. He's really working. He wants to get his shit together, and the taxes is fucked up. I don't know. Maybe he looking crazy. So maybe, like she said, she wants to. Maybe she's well off enough where she like, well, let me help him get his shit together.
No, I don't get to do that. I don't get to do that.
No, you don't need
to.
At
the end of the day, child support take out a lot of money, but a kid take out a lot of money. Period. If I didn't have my son, I wouldn't need a 2-bedroom, right? So now at the end of the day, I need more space for my kid. The bills go up. So people don't.
But maybe he's still going to give her money, but just not with the government tapping into it.
People don't understand that when the kid is with the parents, the parent that the kid is with is spending more money. Like at the end of the day, my mother couldn't have a 1-bedroom apartment. She couldn't have a small house when she bought her house because she had children. And so that child support that you giving for clothes and sneakers, what about the bed? What about the room? What about the lights? You know what I'm saying? What about the heat? All of that shit matters. And dudes need to understand that. At the end of the day, it's a 50-50 split.
You still should contribute. You still should contribute, but the government should not have to force you. And that's what makes me annoyed. Like when men and women have these children, it's like, yo, I mean, if you have to do that to get your money, I'm not saying don't do that. I mean, every person should be held accountable. It takes more than air and water to raise a child. But I feel like that's why we need to be more thoughtful before we do have children. I feel like that's also why a lot of men don't have kids. I'm noticing a lot of men are not, because they don't want to go through baby daddy and baby mama drama.
Well, they should go get that tuck, because Lux said, yo, I know men that didn't want to have kids. How you don't want to have a kid, but you're making the kid?
Right.
I don't understand that. To me, I never understood how a man who carried the babies in his balls, that he has to release that out and give it to the female and then say, I gave you the kid that I don't want.
Shout out to all the females who didn't have help with the child support, still raised the kids, still did what they had to do, you know, on their own and things of that nature. So shout out to the women who didn't have no support. There's a lot of people out here who just being irresponsible when it comes to fornication, and that's it. You know what I mean? Some people will say, yo, they had a good time, and then now suddenly, of course, it takes two to tango. So, you know, for the lady who, like, there's a story going around in Kenya. There's a man who slept with over 30 women, something like that, and he's HIV positive. And some of the women were married. He's a Caucasian man, and he was giving HIV to these black women in Kenya. And my thing is, ladies, you have a choice of protection. Like if somebody's trying to go in the club without protection, you should not let them.
But you also need to protect my spirit by letting me know. Don't also put a condom over your fucking honesty. Like, why are you covering that up? The hell?
He was
so hell.
Look, they got tests now that you could do at home if you're that scared. Just swab and get it done.
This is why I'm not even dealing.
At the end of the day, what you guys got to do is stop playing. And the same thing go for females, because there's females out here that's getting pregnant and they getting rid of the baby, and the guy wants the baby. So at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 thing. And I don't ever want to hear a man who carry the babies all day, gripping the baby. Yeah, what's up? What up? I don't want to hear you say I ain't want that kid when you gave it to her. I don't care what type of Hennessy,
I'm not letting
Don Julio you was on.
Club without the proper credentials. So I understand. I'm not even giving you that decision to say whether you want it or not. I'm going to make sure from the rip we're not having sex without protection.
And look, you know they say wines and spirits, right? So the spirit is in you. That spirit, that Don Julio spirit, wanted that baby. That spirit that got into you, homie, he wanted that baby.
And now this child support is sponsored by Don Julio, you heard?
There you go, baby.
Speaking of going half on a baby and shooting up the club, DJ Envy and his wife Gia, they already welcomed their 6th child, but that's not the story. So the story is they have a podcast where they talk about just relationship topics, marriage topics, and on their latest episode, DJ Envy and Gia Casey revealed that for years, only one of them was having an orgasm, and it was DJ Envy. So they're saying that studies have shown that heterosexual women experience orgasms less than lesbians and homosexual men because they lying to the men. We're not being honest enough with ourselves to tell them what it's going to take to get that moment. So I just wanted to put that, ladies, out to you. How do you feel about DJ Envy not being able to satisfy his wife for years? And also, do you applaud him for being transparent, or should he have kept that to himself?
Yo, ladies, guys be faking orgasms too. If y'all don't know that. So y'all be thinking that y'all lit, but these dudes be out here faking orgasms too. Aha. Yo, I'm telling you.
I don't know how to they have
it is possible.
Well, listen, I haven't had, I don't know, I'm not on that side of the fence. But what I will say is that I don't have that issue. You know, when they join this side of the fence, and they come over here, damn, I'm at my mama's house. Listen, I girls who they never had an orgasm before. And when they come over here, it's earthquake thighs, you know what I'm saying? Because now that their mind is blown. Because it's like, wait a minute, how did this happen? I've been missing out on all of this because the men, they come in and they just want to get theirs off. See, a lot of women, think sex is just somebody pounding you out. So they be like, and they be like, oh man, we had good sex, until you come over here and then you get that passion. Till you come over here and every nerve in your body is stimulated. Then they say, oh my God, their mind is blown, and now they have clock in the morning knocking on the window. So what I'm telling y'all is that if the man is not satisfying you, or you have to fake an orgasm, the best thing you could do is go to the toy store and get you a little vibrator or help him out. Because I'm saying, if he's you out, at least you can have a vibrator on your end so that y'all could get that thing together. But after that, if it's not working out on you, you come over to this side. Because I got me in a relationship right now, another straight woman who never had nothing. But I'm just telling you, I'm telling you, that's why my ex still all in all these comments. Her mind was out of control. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, if it ain't working, come on this side, baby.
Come on home, bye-bye. At the end of the day, people got to stop being ashamed of what pleases them and start telling the person that you're with how you need to be pleased. So if you got somebody pounding you out and you don't like to be pounded out, you need to just tell him or her, because chicks will try to pound you out too. Don't get it twisted, all right? So you got to go and tell him or her that, listen, I'm not with the pound cake shit, all right? I'm not with the pound cake. I'm a strawberry shortcake. I like it real soft and moist. You know, you got to let them know that.
Not even
so
cannoli. You understand?
That's it. Stop doing that. Start telling the person who you with what you like and how to do it right. And then should have a wild night. That's it.
Sizes, colors, textures. I got a variety.
Baby, and we know that that's a hard conversation to have, because I know that for me, it took me a long time to be able to have that conversation, but definitely open up and get to that place where you can have that conversation.
Yes, open up and get to that place.
Now, moving on to our next topic, because as Lady Luck is still promoting, and the crazy part is,
don't have to go cheat on you, because they will cheat on you. And so at the end of the day, just be open. And if the person is not into what you into, then leave.
I was told that
don't leave this church, you know.
If they not willing, because sometimes you can tell somebody you like something and they like, nah, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to do that, then we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't be together, because this is what I like. This is what pleases me. And now, you know, it's things. My thing is, I could do without some things I want, but I can't do without some things I need. And if it's something that I feel like I need, and you like, yeah, I can't do that, then yeah, I'm not fucking with you. That's the wrap.
Well, as we saw, Lady Luck was being very discreet because she's
told me that I need to give a class and show these people how to do what they need to do. Right, baby, in my line?
Okay.
Baby, you know what I'm saying? Because she came over here, she said, what is this? You know what I'm saying?
Told us.
Right, baby, tell her.
You know she did, like about 4 episodes ago. Everybody get in tune with the YouTube channel. We are on our 2nd year of the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Just go to YouTube, hit that search box, type in Bacon, Egg, the letter N, Cheese Show, hit subscribe, and don't forget to touch that notification bell so you don't miss any of the gems that Lady Luck is going to drop. Now, before we go, I want to show you ladies a picture. Now, now, Lady Luck was being very discreet because she, like she said, is in her mother's house. So today's chit chat topic is, are you comfortable with PDA in front of your parents? And what has brought this topic on is this photo that has been circulating the internet, in which D Wade's daughter, transgender daughter, is in a relationship with a transgendered boy, and the internet was in a stir because people were wondering why D Wade allowed his daughter to, you know, get freaky, sneaky, kissing boys in front of him. And I just wanted to put that question out to you ladies, because I know for me, even in my late 20s, early 30s, I still feel uncomfortable. I don't even want to hold hands or do no PDA in front of my mom or dad. So I just wanted to know, how do you ladies feel about PDA and parents? How do you feel as parents, or, you know, aunties, having your niece, nephew, or son, daughter kissing in front of you, or being affectionate in front of you? And how old is old enough?
It's inappropriate. I'm 40 years old, and I'm still, you know, we in the club, I have a little drink or something like that, but even 40 years old, I feel uncomfortable doing that in front of my mother, and I feel like it's too much. I feel like they pushing sexuality on children, regardless of whatever it is that you identify as, regardless of whatever floats your boat, that's your business. But I don't do the PDA in front of my nephews. You know, that's none of their business. You might have an idea what's going on, you know what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not doing that in front of you. And I just feel like, especially, that's just too young, regardless of whatever you're doing. If whatever it is, that's too.
Well, how old is old enough then? At what age is like a more comfortable at the wedding, right? That's what I said. The first kiss should be at the wedding, when the husband kissed the bride, the wife kissed the wife, or whomever kissed whomever. That's the kiss. That's when your parents say it's okay.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see that. I'm pretty sure my mother don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that in front of my nephews. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm not doing that because then, like, you know, my battery about to die. But you know, it's like you send signals. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if you're doing that in front of the kids, you don't know how they body reacting to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's too much. Even in the cartoons nowadays and stuff. I think whatever's done in the bedroom should stay in the bedroom. It's nobody. Those kids are too young to be kissing in front of their parents, let alone publicly and putting that stuff out there. I'm not comfortable with it just because of their age, not their preference.
Bunny, do you agree?
Yeah, I'm not cool with the age thing. I mean, you know, I had a boyfriend when I was 14 years old, and my mother would let him come over to the house. But guess where we was at? In the living room. In the living room, watching TV. and the living room was open. It wasn't no door to be closed. You know what I mean? So we in an open space. I couldn't take Shorty in my bedroom and close the door. I couldn't have him around my moms and my pops and he's spooning me and all of that extra shit. Like, nah, that's a little bit too much at that age. Like, you know, and the kids, they do what they do. I just feel that it's a little crazy that these kids are comfortable doing it in front of their parents, because you do have kids, of course, you got 14 years olds kissing. Some of them are even, you know, going doing the other thing. But at the end of the day, are your parents okay with it? I had to ask my friend that, because he acted like, oh, well, you know, it's good, they're supporting them. And I'm like, they supporting what? And then I had to call him because we talking through DM, and I was like, nah, I got to call him. And then I asked him, I said, yo, when you was 14, you had a girlfriend, right? He said, yeah. I said, did you feel comfortable kissing her in front of her mother or father? He said, absolutely not. I said, did you feel comfortable spooning her up in front of her mother and father? He said, absolutely not. I said, all right, then, that's all I'm saying.
I don't want nobody doing that to me now, okay? Unless it's a ring on his finger. And don't, even then, like, respect my father, respect grandma, respect the cookout. My mother, don't be getting all nasty in front of my daughter. I don't want none of that. I don't like it. Like, I like PDA, I like affection, but I'm not, I think it's overkill when you do certain things. I'm not with it.
Yeah. And with that being said, your preference is your preference, whatever you're doing on you, but keep it out my face. That's it.
Yeah, remember back when the parents used to be like, you know, cover your eyes. I just feel like maybe D-Wade's daughter is so open because the kids are becoming desensitized to this type of behavior. Like, an outfit nowadays is no clothes. Like, bitches is going outside naked. You hear me? Men too. So it's just like, that's, you know, back in the days, it was just a little bit different. Like, it was just different. Yeah. So naked cowboy is a whole person. So thank you again for joining us. It's another installment of the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. This is the anniversary to our second episode, a whole year with these beautiful ladies. Make sure you are following our YouTube channel. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe as you're there and hit that notification bell, and follow our Instagram page at the BEC Show. I am Miss Lissa. You can go to my website, MissLissaKnows.com, where you can get this hat. Shout out to Tech Swats and the good people at Starter throwing me a couple of pieces. And don't forget to support what? Lucky Enterprises. Let them know, Lady Luck.
Everything's on my page. Let's get out of here.
Babs.
Yo, stop shooting, start living. Shout out to all the people that supported us. This is we into our second year. We just made our 1 year, our 100th episode. I really do appreciate all the viewers that tap in with us every week. You know, that's supporting the wave and repping the brand. It's the BEC Show, the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. And unfortunately, nobody got up here and spit some 420 bars. I wanted to smoke with somebody today. So I might go live later with Lady Luck later. Me and her talk about it if Alyssa's not busy. We might come back live again. And then, you know, because I want to smoke with somebody new today. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday, I won't be doing none of that on my page. But what I will tell y'all is we do have a 420 sale on Lucky CBD. So that's Lucky with an ICBD.com. But after speaking with Instagram yesterday, we're going to keep this page very PG-13. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show episode of the second year. We love y'all. Please be safe. Have a good time today. Celebrate either Earth Day or 420. If you don't want to celebrate either, or just celebrate your life and that you are still here. God has blessed you. You still have breath in your lungs. And where there's life, there's hope. We love y'all. No more
Whenever you're ready, you can get off.